great thing that the witch says in the forest. She says, as long as the forest doesn't move, you'll never be defeated. It's a really beautiful film. I don't want to spoil it too much, but you just see these limbs moving in the fog. You see these arrows being pointed and thrown at Toshiro Mifune at the end of the film. It's just a powerhouse film and one of the most really strong performance by Mifune. Beautiful movie. Here's these two films. These next two are the first and then the sequel. And this is Yojimbo, which means bodyguard in Japanese. And I think it's one of the first Japanese films I saw. Maybe one of the first foreign movies I saw. I saw it like when I was, I don't know, 14 maybe. I can't remember. There's a nice picture of Kurosawa when he was directing that movie. It's a pretty good film, I think. You know, it inspired a lot of movies, like For a Fistful of Dollars by Sergio Leone, and The Quick and the Dead with Sharon Stone, I believe, and Billy Bathgate with Bruce Willis. But really, the best one is got to be Yojimbo, and that's the way I usually feel about most movies. That the original one is usually the best. I very rarely feel that, you know, that the remake does it better, you know. But that's Yojimbo, and it's about this guy that comes to this town and he sees that, you know, these two gangs are making matters bad for the regular people of the town, and he devises a strategy to, you know, just do away with them. And it's just beautiful because he designed ways of dwindling down each side, and it's great. The ending is great, and just before the ending, what happens to him is fantastic too. It's a really good film. And that's Yojimbo. And here's the sequel. The sequel is the name of Yojimbo, the bodyguard. His name is Sonjeera. You could also get these Yojimbo and Sonjeera as a box set. But this is the sequel. You know, I haven't watched this Sonjeera in a long, long time. I'm excited to watch it. I've got so many movies to watch. I mean, lots of movies. All, you know, like to borrow from the library, to borrow from my friends, to my own collection, and to see at the theater, and to watch again. And it's a lot of stuff, but hopefully I'll get to it one of these days. It's Mifune again there. And there's Kurosawa and Mifune. And again, you know, I'd love to read the book, but I just haven't got around to it. I got a large collection of film books, too, and a few of them are on Kurosawa. So, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, if I want to read a book about a director, I should watch those movies that the director made before I read the book. So I sort of have it's fresh in my mind. I can remember what the author is saying about the director regarding a movie because I just watched it. But maybe I can remember stuff. You know, I got a lot of movies. Maybe I shouldn't worry about that too much. But anyways, you know, I have a few books on Kurosawa, and I'm sort of thinking like that about it. But maybe I'll just read the book or whatever. But, you know, I would like to watch this again before I read a book about Kurosawa. But that's Sonjeera. Next up is another Shakespearean adaptation. It's another brilliant movie, but, you know, what can you say about Kurosawa? And that's The Bad Sleep Well. It's loosely based on Hamlet. It's not directly based on Hamlet. You know, I don't know if I remember this film exactly, but yeah, so anyways, there's a brilliant scene in it where one of the characters is, I guess he's kidnapped or something, and he's in a car, and across the street, he's witnessing his own funeral, which I think is a brilliant scene, you know. And Mifune's in it, and I can't remember exactly what it's all about, but it's like corporate business and corruption, and I can't remember. I have to watch it, you know, but that's A Bad Sleep Well. This one is High and Low, Mifune again. Mifune is a shoe executive. I believe his character's name is Gondo. That's the booklet. He's got a nice house. He's rich. He's got a chauffeur. And the chauffeur is part of the story. And I haven't watched this film in a while either. But one of the interesting things about this film is there's just a brief shot. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, but I just think it's one shot maybe. I could be wrong. But there's a shot where there's pink smoke coming out of a chimney. And the film is in black and white, so, you know, that's just to let you know that there's pink smoke coming out of a chimney. The only other film I can think of off the top of my head that's black and white and has like a hint of color in it is Schindler's List, when Liam Neeson is on his horse and he's looking down over the hill into the ghetto, and you see a little girl with a red or pink coat on, and she's running through the streets. And, you know, that's a pretty good film too, and I have that. One of these days I'll get to that, you know, in my collection as well. But that's High and Low, and he thinks his kid is kidnapped, but it turns out I think that the chauffeur's kid is kidnapped. I don't know if I'm giving too much away. But it's a great film. I'm not sure Tatsuya Nakadai is in this. I'm not sure. Oh, and again, it's got the Wonderful to Create documentary on it, as does Bad Sleep Well. And I would say same thing with Sonjeera and Yojimbo. And I believe Sonjeera, Yojimbo, they have trailers. This is a trailer. This is a trailer. Yeah, they all have trailers. I guess 2 more movies now, and then I'm done with this video. This one is one I have not seen. Let me know if you've seen it and what you think. I hear it's a really great film, and it's a film he made. He was pretty depressed, I guess, in the early 70s after he made Descendant. It was a big financial failure. So he went to Russia and he made this movie, and it won Best Foreign Film at the Oscars, but I've never watched it. And it's not that I don't want to watch it, it's just, I don't know. There's so many movies to watch, but one of these days I hope to get to it, and that's Dursu Uzala. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's about a Mongolian, like a country bumpkin kind of guy that these Russians consider naive in Siberia, but he like shows them how naive they are, you know. And this is printed by a company called Kino. There's sort of like a similar company like Criterion. They release a lot of foreign movies. They release a lot of silent movies, like some Fritz Lang films, for example, that I have, and D.W. Griffith, for example. And they do other things, you know, like I think they have Dalai Lama Buddhist stuff, Carl Jung stuff, and they have some films that are, you know, like if you have a Criterion set of films that are done by a certain director, they might have a little of the slack with just a few of their films. You know, like with Tarkovsky, they have Stalker, and Kurosawa, they have Dersu Uzula, but that's Dersu Uzala or whatever. And I hope to watch that one of these days, and I'm looking forward to it. So, and then last but not least, I think it's his second to last film. I did not see his last film, which I think is called Matadeo or something like that, which is about like a teacher and students, college students or something. And this one's a pretty interesting film. It's called Dreams. I believe, well, you know what? Coppola and Lucas financed Kagemusha for him. And, you know, Lucas was influenced by Kurosawa with Hidden Fortress, and I think Sonjeera influenced as well as Hidden Fortress. Hidden Fortress definitely did influence Star Wars, but I maybe Sonjeera did too. I can't remember because I haven't seen it in such a long time. But anyways, this one has a director that's among those contemporaries, Lucas Coppola, you know, and that's Scorsese. He stars as Van Gogh in one of the films. It's a series of vignettes, you know, it's a series of smaller films. I don't know how many movies are in here. They're short movies, and they're, again, it's, you know, it's dealing with tragic things, but it kind of has like a uplifting ending. I don't want to spoil anything. Beautiful use of color, you know, just really incredible movie. You know, again, you can't go wrong if you watch Kurosawa, and this is definitely a good movie. It's Dreams. You know, various aspects of the Japanese culture, like volcanoes and foxes, you know, mythology of foxes, and then there's the thing about Van Gogh, you know, and this guy in an art museum, and then suddenly amongst Van Gogh, you know. I really recommend it. But, you know, you really can't go wrong with most of Kurosawa's films. Most of them I really do like a lot. So that's that. Most of those were Criterion's, and I hope to get another video out as soon as I possibly can. And I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do strictly Criterion's or strictly another director or what. I'm not sure. But be on the lookout. I'll try and do something fairly soon. I thank you for watching, and leave comments, subscribe, whatever. I gotta subscribe. I've been watching all these videos of people, but I haven't subscribed yet. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.